I remember some of you guys used to make fun of me back then about my lips and made a song for me and everything. Big lip band, and I had to go home crying to my mama. And she said one day they'll be praising it and paying for it. This lady's always right. Now you guys are doing it. Spending $400 at Dr. Miami. Gounya bote moutre mwen, m'pa dwe koute kriye pou nou. Bon Dieu bon.
Crime alert out of North Lauderdale. The search continues for the man police say shot and killed a woman and her teenage daughter. And now we're hearing from family members of the victims.
You're a coward, and God will deal with you. My God will deal with you. He took my baby's life away. He took my best friend, my niece.
The morning of April 13th, 2022 began like any other Wednesday. In the Willow Woods townhomes of North Lauderdale, Florida, routine reigned. Sun climbed over the two-story buildings, painting familiar shadows across the parking lots. Children were getting ready for school, parents nursing their first cup of coffee. A quiet rhythm, predictable and comforting. But what if that quiet comfort could vanish in an instant? What if the ordinary morning you're living right now could be brutally, irrevocably shattered by gunfire? At precisely 9 a.m., the sound erupted. Not a distant siren, not a car backfiring, but the stark, unforgiving crack of gunshots tearing through the morning air. A sound that rips peace to shreds, leaving behind only raw fear and an unthinkable question. How does a normal morning become a double murder scene? Neighbors rushed out, drawn by a terrifying instinct, only to find the nightmare already unfolding. Two bodies, a mother, Jennifer Bellony, and her 15-year-old daughter, Anastasia, gone, just like that. Their lives, extinguished on the grass between apartment buildings, beside a blue car with its doors still open, as if they were just about to drive away. This story isn't just about what happened on that morning. It's about the deep currents of a past that converged, unseen, until they exploded into brutal reality. It's about a life dedicated to building independence, a mother's fierce protection, and the terrifying shadow that refused to let go. Before we uncover the full story, if you find yourself drawn into these true narratives, hit the like button, share this video to spread awareness, comment below with your thoughts, and subscribe to Shadow Twist True Crime Stories so you don't miss a single detail, as we explore the chilling answer to how a normal morning becomes a double murder scene. Welcome to Shadow Twist True Crime Stories, where we explore the darkest corners of human nature. If this is your first time coming across our channel, kindly subscribe now to stay informed on our latest stories on real-world crimes.
Good morning. Today's Wednesday. Today I woke up. I said I'm going to be happy. I don't care what's going on around me. I'm going to embrace the notion of happiness today. And I would like everyone that's following me on social media to do the same. Forgive that person that hurt you the most. Let that pain go. Take the initiative on your business. If you have to change something like stop smoking or anything of that nature, do it. Today's the day. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it today. All right? Yay! Happy Wednesday.
Jennifer Bellony was a force of nature. Friends and family didn't just speak of her kindness. They spoke of her immense strength, her generous heart, and her unwavering presence for those she loved.
In the whole wide world.
That's only one word. Yes. I'm the favorite cousin. That's it. Beautiful family. Don't be jealous. There's no other family like us.
She carried a humble spirit, always ready to extend a hand, to find a reason to laugh even when life pressed hard. She was, in every way, a great soul, a great person, and above all, a great mom. Her life was a testament to resilience. After her divorce, Jennifer wasn't just surviving, she was building. She got back on her feet, making the remarkable stride of purchasing her own home. This wasn't just a house. It was a sanctuary she built, brick by brick, for herself and her 3 children, including her daughter Anastasia and 2 young sons. She was their sole provider, their unwavering protector, determined to forge an independent, stable life where they could thrive. But for Jennifer, independence meant breaking free from a past that refused to fade. Her connection with Andre Anglin stretched back to their high school days, a history deeply rooted, a marriage that eventually bore 2 sons. Yet, over time, that union soured. Anglin was a constant difficulty, unable to hold down a job, and his actions grew increasingly oppressive. Jennifer's aunt often remarked that it felt as though Jennifer was raising not just her daughter, but her husband as well. The emotional burden on Jennifer became immense, punctuated by Anglin's repeated threats of suicide, which often sent family members scrambling to pray with him over the phone, desperate to keep him from the edge. Their marriage fractured twice before finally dissolving in 2020, 2 years before the unthinkable. This divorce was Jennifer's definitive step toward freedom, a clear break from years of abuse. She was determined to create a new beginning, a fresh start for her family. But sometimes the shadows of the past don't simply disappear with a signature on divorce papers. They linger, they follow, and they can transform into something truly terrifying. And in 2018, Jennifer took a critical step that hinted at the violence to come. She sought a domestic violence restraining order against Andre Anglin, stating clearly that he had threatened to kill her. This was her plea for protection, a cry for a barrier against the escalating danger. Yet, a temporary order, a fragile shield, was put in place. But then, it was dismissed. Why? Why would Jennifer, after alleging a death threat, not pursue making that protection permanent? How does a normal morning become a double murder scene when the victim had already tried to secure protection?
I want to wish you guys happy Valentine's Day. I hope you guys had fun today and you guys were with people that actually love you and not taking advantage of you, that actually truly loves you. Like, I mean, to the girl that you just find out cheating on you, you let his ass go. To the man that's actually working his ass off and the woman don't appreciate you, you throw that bitch on the side. I'm just saying, appreciate yourself. You know, that's so Valentine's truly means. Love yourself. How can you love someone else if you don't love yourself? I'm saying happy Valentine's to you all because I love myself so much. And I will love you guys all, and I wish you guys a good day.
The temporary restraining order against Andre Anglin, put in place after Jennifer reported his death threats, offered a glimmer of protection. This was a legal shield, but that shield was tragically allowed to fall. It was dismissed because Jennifer did not pursue making it permanent. This is a stark, difficult reality for so many experiencing violence. Victims often face an overwhelming maze of fear, financial instability, emotional manipulation, or sheer exhaustion. The legal process can be daunting, with the risk of further retaliation terrifying. For Jennifer, a single mother striving for independence, navigating these complexities while enduring severe trauma would have been an immense, almost impossible burden. This procedural outcome, seemingly minor, removed a critical barrier. It left Jennifer exposed, vulnerable, and ultimately ensured Anglin could approach her freely. Even after the divorce, Anglin maintained a relentless campaign against Jennifer. He sent threats, expressed a persistent, unsettling desire to reconcile, to move back in with her. Jennifer, however, was resolute. She refused, citing too much abuse. Her aunt was clear. Jennifer did not want him back, did not want a relationship with him. All the trauma, all the abuse she had endured, had pushed her to a point of no return. In a striking act of goodwill, Jennifer even offered to help him find alternative housing, providing him with financial assistance. He also sought help from a pastor, who likewise sent him money for an apartment. But why, even after Jennifer's unwavering refusal, after her clear statements of too much abuse, and even after she tried to help him, did he refuse to let go? His persistence, his obsession with reconciliation, and his violent threats point to a possessiveness that consumed him. He wanted his wife back, but it was too much abuse. No, seriously, it was too much abuse. Her assertion of independence, her refusal to return to that life, was perceived by him not as a boundary, but as a direct challenge, an ultimate rejection he could not accept. It wasn't just a desire to reconcile, it was a demand for control. This was not a spontaneous outburst. This was a slow burn, a suffocating grip tightening. The clear warnings were there, dismissed, or perhaps simply beyond Jennifer's capacity to fight alone. The shadow of Anglin's rage was not receding. It was drawing closer, waiting. How does a normal morning become a double murder scene when all the terrifying pieces were slowly, relentlessly falling into place? The answer lay waiting, just days, perhaps hours, away. The subtle signs, the quiet fear that must have settled over Jennifer, hinting at the horror that would soon explode on that North Lauderdale morning. April 13th, 2022. A Wednesday. Jennifer Bellony was engaged in the everyday ritual of motherhood, preparing her son and 15-year-old Anastasia for school. Book bags were packed, goodbyes exchanged, and the familiar hum of a morning commute was about to begin. It was a seemingly ordinary departure, a moment of mundane routine. But that routine would tragically place them directly in Andre Anglin's path. Just moments before the gunfire ripped through the air, Jennifer was on the phone with her mother. A casual conversation, wrapping up the morning's details. Then Jennifer's voice shifted. A sudden, chilling observation. She mentioned seeing Anglin outside her home. The casual tone evaporated. His presence wasn't coincidental. It was a deliberate act of targeting, transforming an ordinary morning into a premeditated act of terror. Jennifer, in that instant, recognized the imminent threat. The horror that followed was witnessed by a neighbor, whose account paints a chilling picture. "He shot the mama first," they recounted, the words heavy with the memory of pure brutality. "And they said when the girl hollered, that's when he turned the gun." Anastasia's outcry, a desperate cry of anguish and fear upon seeing her mother fall, tragically drew Anglin's attention to her. 15-year-old Anastasia, in her final moments, fought with everything she had to escape. Her aunt, Jennifer Bellony, heartbreakingly described how Anastasia dropped her book bag and her brother's book bag trying to run for her life. The image is unbearable. A child, desperate to flee, burdened by the weight of her brother's belongings trying to outrun a monster. But Anglin found a way. He made sure no witnesses remained, unleashing maximum pain and horror. This wasn't a random act. Anastasia was targeted, an extension of the violence against Jennifer, her life taken with the same cold determination.
Crime alert out of North Lauderdale. The search continues for the man police say shot and killed a woman and her teenage daughter. And now we're hearing from family members of the victims.
Local 10's Annalise Garcia is in North Lauderdale with their emotional words.
The suspect is still out there. This happened on Wednesday in this neighborhood. The family devastated, desperate for answers.
You're a coward, and God will deal with you. My God will deal with you.
A message from a grieving family member to the suspect of a double shooting in North Lauderdale Wednesday. 34-year-old Andre Anglin. Detectives are still searching for him.
He took my baby's life away. He took my best friend, my niece.
The victims, Jennifer Bellony and her teen daughter, Anastasia.
How could you put us in so much pain?
It happened Wednesday morning on the 7900 block of Tam O'Shanter Boulevard. Deputies found the two victims dead from gunshot wounds. Sky 10 capturing two yellow tarps on the ground. Our cameras rolling as family members arrived to the crime scene that tragic day.
I seen a body land on the ground. I didn't want to see that.
Anglin is Jennifer's ex-husband and high school sweetheart. Also Anastasia's father, according to family.
She took care of him for years. This would never work.
Family tells us the couple had a rocky past. They had been divorced for 2 years, and records show Bellony asked for a domestic violence restraining order against Anglin back in 2018. With this manhunt for Anglin ongoing, a message from the victim's family.
Turn yourself in. Bring us peace, Andre. We did nothing but good to you.
Now, if you know anything at all, you are urged to call law enforcement.
When Broward Sheriff's Office deputies arrived at the 7900 block of Tam-O'Shanter Boulevard, the scene was already set in grim reality. 2 lives gone. Yellow tarps now covered the bodies, one on the grass between the buildings, another beside the blue car, its doors still open. A silent scream of lives abruptly interrupted. The entire area was quickly sealed off, marked by crime scene tape, as investigators began the somber, meticulous process of gathering evidence from the site of an unspeakable act. The anguish was immediate and raw. A distraught woman was seen running, screaming, her cries echoing the community's shock. Later, loved ones gathered at the Bellony home, clinging to each other in shared grief, demanding justice. Even strangers, moved by the sheer brutality, placed flowers and lit candles at the site. A collective outpouring of sorrow for Jennifer and Anastasia. This wasn't just a family's loss. It was a community's heart ripped open. This was the culmination of a terror that had been building, largely hidden, for years. The unheeded warnings, the dismissed protections, and a man's refusal to accept a woman's right to freedom. If the details of this story have resonated with you, if you feel the weight of this tragedy, please take a moment to like this video. Your engagement helps these stories reach more people, so that we can collectively understand the warning signs. And if you believe in the power of shedding light on these dark moments to prevent future ones, consider subscribing to Shadow Twist True Crime Stories and sharing this with others. How does a normal morning become a double murder scene when the final, fatal pieces were so ruthlessly assembled? The hunt for the perpetrator began, but the answers were already tragically clear. The profound loss of Jennifer and Anastasia left an immense gaping void. For Belanda Bellony, Jennifer's aunt and Anastasia's aunt and closest friend, the pain was raw and unfiltered. "He took my baby's life away. He took my best friend, my niece." Her words, laced with grief and righteous anger. "You are a coward, and God will deal with you. My God will deal with you," underscored the depth of the family's suffering, their lives irrevocably altered. Loved ones gathered at the Bellony home, finding meager solace in shared grief, united in their quiet demand for justice. But beyond the immediate family, the shadow of that morning extends. Jennifer's 2 young sons, present in the car, ready for school when their mother and sister were fatally shot, are the often unseen victims of such violence. Anastasia's desperate attempt to flee, described by her aunt. She dropped her school bag and her brother's school bag trying to run for her life, and he still found a way. She paints a horrifying picture of what they witnessed. This story highlights crucial lessons. Jennifer's history with Anglin, particularly her attempt to secure a restraining order, reveals the significant vulnerabilities victims face. The dismissal of that order, for whatever complex reasons, removed a vital legal safeguard, leaving her exposed to the very violence she feared. This underscores that protective legal measures, while essential, must be coupled with comprehensive support systems to ensure victims can effectively utilize and maintain them without overwhelming burden or fear of retaliation. Anglin's persistent attempts to regain control, his inability to accept Jennifer's independence, speaks to a possessive mindset that fuels so much violence. Her refusal to return to an abusive relationship ultimately became the catalyst for his final, horrific act. And for the children left behind, who witnessed such terror, the scars are immeasurable. Their ordeal is a poignant reminder of the ripple effect of domestic violence, reaching far beyond the immediate victims. We must learn from these stories, not just to understand the darkness, but to shed light on ways to prevent such tragedies from ever happening again. If Jennifer and Anastasia's story has moved you, please consider the impact of domestic violence. If you or someone you know needs help, resources are available. Your awareness, your compassion, and your willingness to speak out can make a profound difference. Please like this video, share it to raise awareness, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you on our next true crime story.